On this video, we're going to jump into the actual editor to start talking about building our actual funnels, okay? So what we're going to do is once we're inside, doesn't matter which funnel that you're in, basically you just want to go to edit page, and you best to do this right alongside me on this video. You can, if you want, take notes, but I find that the fastest way to get familiar with building the funnels and stuff like that is to physically just get in there, start clicking, dragging, doing exactly some of the things that I'm going to be pointing out in this video. Okay, it's going to be the fastest way to get that muscle memory down so that you know what you're dealing with. Okay, so what I did was just then I just clicked and I said open a new tab. So if I click my new tab here, we are inside the editor. All right, and you can see just from me moving this around, we got a couple different boxes and colors and stuff like that. And it might look a little foreign or kind of confusing with all the different things because we click on here, we got this stuff that comes out. Click on this one, it's a different bar. If you know, we want to add an orange box, it's all this stuff. But then if we click it on a green one, it's only these. So what my goal is to make this all a lot simpler to get, right? And it's really not that hard once you just know what you're looking at. So real quick, let's view everything that we have here. So top to bottom, if we hit this, we'd go to exit. Right here's our desktop. This is mobile view. All right, so you can be seeing exactly what you're editing. This is the apps thing. They don't really have a lot of these developed yet. As you can see, it's in beta, so we're not going to touch on this a lot because it's not really up to par, but that's something that's coming. Settings, we'll go through these a little bit later, but this is, for example, real quick, where our autoresponder could be. SEO data is going to be there. Tracking codes like our Facebook pixel, custom CSS, so if you want some custom editing, okay, if you're savvy with that kind of stuff, that's where you can do it there. Background image, typography, so our different fonts, and then just general overall settings like saving a page template or affiliate badge. The pop-up, this is where you're, let me get back to desktop. So pop-up, if I say show this, that's what I did, show pop-up. So it lets me know what that looks like. Edit settings, this is where we can edit the pop-up, and we'll do that a little later. All right, but here's the real big thing up here. So you got section, rows, columns, and elements, okay? This is also, of course, the preview button and save button, self-explanatory. So the section is our green boxes, okay? So this, if I hit manage, you'll see these different ones where if I took them out, you can see that top section was taken out. If I take this one out, boom, that middle section is taken out, okay? So that's what our sections are in the green. Our rows, let manage, are the blue inside, like so. See how that's blue and that's blue? So it didn't take out the whole box, it only took out one of the blue boxes inside of it, okay? And I'm just hitting this eyeball things to help us recognize what it is that we're moving around. So sections are green. If you're taking notes, this is what you'd want to be writing down. Rows are blue. All right, now columns is a little bit different in the sense that if you have different, all right, here you go. See first and second. See how these are like next to each other? If there was 5 of them, like, let me do this. If I did add new element and then 6 columns, okay, and then now you can see this. Now I could turn different columns on and off right here, and you can see it going through there. All right, so rows are blue and they have columns. That's pretty much all that rows are, is to determine how many columns that you're going to have. And then lastly, our elements, which is our most widely used deal, is going to be all the oranges, okay, the orange boxes. And so you can see that gets blacked out, every little piece. So inside, the way it stacks is you got a green section is the frame, okay, picture the green as the frame, the blue is the container, all right, that you're going to be putting your actual content in, and it's just a matter of what size you want those containers. You can do things with these and choose different ones, like for example this 3, and then you can make them bigger, smaller, and then inside of these containers or rows that you use is where you click, and then you have all your different element type stuff, and this is your content rich things like headlines, paragraph, bullet lists, images, videos, um, countdown timers, icons. I mean, all kinds of different stuff that you can have in here, and they're really simple to use. So we can click and drag, and when we see that highlighted, it goes in there. We can take a bullet list, click and drag. We got our bullet list, click and drag, put an image. We can click and drag, put an audio player, a little audio file there. Let's do a video. Okay. Countdown. Let's do a minute timer right there. And then once you have all these elements in there, they can get moved around. I can move this down here, move this down there, put a nice, you can see wherever that line is, that's where we're going to be putting it. And so you see this all stacks with each other. Now let's say that we wanted to do some editing for these guys. You hit settings or the little cog wheel, and then that will open up your editor. Okay, and then at the bottom you can see here where you can make this desktop only, and then it will highlight it to say desktop only, or you can do mobile only, and then it moves you over to just the mobile side, or of course you can do all. All right, we'll go back here. Whenever you're doing your settings, it's pretty straightforward. The best thing is just to get in here and get familiar with it all. So we have the different font sizes. Look how easy it is to make big or small. Different text colors. So if I want to do a blue text there, and then like a weird funky, green bold. And then I can highlight everything, unbold it, changes the color. If I want to do a little light fade, heavy fade, you can see that going away. So tons of stuff inside of here. Advanced, different line heights, and I'm not going to get too geeked out on this stuff because you don't want to spend too much time trying to perfect every little thing with stuff. But as time goes by, you want to get familiar with different things. Like right here, icon picker. If you did that, you can put you nice little icons, on the end of each one. Okay. So to recap, we got our section, which is green, our rows that are blue, and our columns that are part of the rows to let us know how many we want, and then elements are orange, right? Now, let's say that you spent like all day making this badass landing page, sales page, whatever, or maybe it's like a testimonial block where you went through and you have all these awesome blocks of testimonials that you could use for many different parts of your business, right? Well, the cool thing is, like, if you have a container like this, let's say this was, can't believe my results. All right, it's a little deal. We don't like that image, but it gave us some nice bullet points and a nice little testimonial thing there. And we're like, man, we want to do another one of these, but we need somebody else's testimonial. We just hit this clone button right here. Boom. And then now I can put in a new, say like, these new pages rock. And then you can change out your image. And you, upload them are easy. You just hit upload, and then you can pick a picture. We'll do one real quick, just so we can go through the motions of everything. All right, so I select that, hit add image, boom. My face is now right there. And I just duplicated that, and I can change up my own story here and keep going all the way down. Just keep duplicating, putting something else in there by hitting that clone feature. And then get this. Here's the other good part is you can, on this blue row, you'll notice and it can be a little tedious here, as you can tell. The little save icon right here, boom, save. I could save this as testimonial block or whatever it is that you're doing. You know, maybe it's a benefits and features list that you have for your product or service that you want to use across different things and you don't want to have to make every single time. You hit save as personal template. Boom, that's done. Now watch this. If I hit save up in the top corner, because it's just a good habit to do. Exit out of here and let's go to our sales page. All right, and then, you know, we're right here. We wanted to add my rows, testimonial block, boom. I just got to import that work that I don't have to do over and over again. And you can do the same thing for a whole section. Like let's say you have a whole header. This is looks like a whole header of a website. Let's say you can hit save, and you can say, you know, like the lander for a website. So this would be great for clients or different companies. Like you have a good heading that you have for your website, but the body of the website needs to change for different pages. You can, you know, easily import the exact same header across all your different pages doing it this way. And just to show how easy that's done, we come back here into the thank you page. And then we're adding, because that was a whole section, right? See, it says my section under for website, boom. We got that whole thing done. And then to move these things around, you just hit these up or down arrows, hit that up. And now I got everything inside of here done, okay? So pretty awesome. All right, this editor, as you can see, is not as intimidating as it seems. It's very much just getting used to clicking and dragging and pulling and doing different stuff. The only thing I tell you is just, you know, now that I just did all that stuff, if I hit save, if I save this, then it would, you know, save all that stuff. Whereas if I just exit out of here, that's good. I don't want it to save, so I'm just going to leave. And then I could go right back in there and it wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay? So get familiar with your editor. There's going to be more little things that you'll learn from this trainings as I go through and actually build the structure for specific funnels. You'll see me working on these, and I plan on really letting you know all the little nuances of things as I'm physically building the real assets, okay, for you to follow along. But for now, you should have a pretty good understanding that there's sections, which are the big green boxes, there's rows, which are the blue boxes, and then there's elements, which are the orange boxes, okay? And that's the basic structure of the web builder. Awesome. Let's go to the next one.